Welcome to our debate club. Today we would like to present you a sample debate in the same format that we have been using this summer. There are two teams that debate against each other in the debate club. Every debate has a different topic. The topic is known as the motion for the debate. The topic for this demonstration is video games are not bad for child health as long as they are not able to play too much and the type of game is monitored by the parents. There are two sides in every debate. One team is called proposition team. They argue for the motion of the debate. And the other team is called the opposition team. This team opposes the case that made by the proposition team. Each team has 3 debaters. Each debater gives one speech, so there are 6 speeches in every debate. The first 4 speeches are called constructive speeches. In these speeches, debaters work to construct their arguments while refuting the arguments from the other side. The last 2 speeches are called rebuttal speeches. These speeches are each side's last chance to show why should their team win the debate. We have 2 teams that will argue for and against the debate. On the proposition team, there is Đức, Hoàng Anh, and Mai Chi. In the other side, the opposition team, there's Khôi, Nhân, and Minh.
Sau đây là phần trình bày của câu lạc bộ tranh luận MVI thì trong tất cả các cuộc tranh luận mình đều có một mô hình, một format chung, đó là chia thành 2 đội và mỗi đội sẽ cử ra 3 bạn tham gia tranh luận vào đề tài của mình. Hôm nay lớp sẽ thể hiện một bài tranh luận theo mô hình học thuật.
Points of information. One of the unique features of this kind of debating is the use of points of information. A point of information is a request to the speaker who holds the floor to yield someone of her time for a point by the opposing team. Debaters must apply for points of information. Usually, the way this works is a debater will rise during the opponent's speech. This act of standing indicates that a debater is applying for a point of information. This is not the only way to apply for a point of information. Debater may also rise and extend a hand, or rise and say, point of information. On that point, or information please. All of these attempts are acceptable. The speaker may then choose to accept or reject the application for a point of information. If she does not want to take the point, she says, no thank you. This means the person applying for a point of information must sit back down, as he does not have the floor. If the speaker chooses to take the point, she may, yes, I'll take your point, or just yes. Once the speaker has accepted a point of information, the person making the point has 15 seconds to ask a question of the speaker or make a statement.
Once the person making the points has made her point, she must sit down, as she no longer has the floor. It is important to note the speaking time of the debater with the floor continues during the point of information. There are no limit to the number of points any side may try to make during a debate. There are also no rules about the minimum or maximum number of points the speakers must accept during presentations. There are 2 rules about points of information. Points of information are only permitted in the constructive speeches. Points of information are only permitted in the middle 3 minutes of each speech. The first and last minute of each speech are called protect time, and the debater may not make points of information during the time. Other than the rules, there are no other rules about points of interruptions.
Heckling is permit in debate. Tackling them will improve debate by increasing interaction among participants and making the debate more dynamic. Debates may use possessive hecklers. They might, for example, knock on the table and say, here, here, to signaling their support to an agreement made by speaker. Possessive hecklers should be done judiciously and this is with care. Debates should avoid disruptive behavior during the debate. Debaters may also use negative hecklers. Although they should use their judiciously, they may, for example, say Sam in the loud voice and sniffing their strong feeling that the speaker might misrepresent one of their agreement. Debaters should, however, not use negative hecklers when they simply disagree with the speaker. That's why we have debate afterward.
Now that you understand how debates are done, we would like to start with the first speaker, Mr. The Proposition.
Just on minute, please. Vừa rồi là các bạn học sinh lớp tranh luận đã giải thích những cái quy luật của một cuộc tranh luận. Thì mục tiêu của tranh luận là các bạn phải chiến thắng bằng trí tuệ, bằng kiến thức và bằng sự nhanh nhẹn của bản thân. Các bạn tranh luận và sử dụng những kiến thức của mình để chiến thắng đối phương, chứ không sử dụng đến những hình thức tiêu cực, những ý kiến thiếu tính xây dựng. Thì đó là luật của cuộc tranh luận và cách chấm điểm có format rất là rõ ràng. Trong các trường học ở Mỹ thì câu lạc bộ tranh luận luôn luôn là nơi tập trung những tài năng lớn nhất của trường và các trường thi đấu với nhau ở các quận, thành phố, thì câu lạc bộ tranh luận là hình thức rất là tốt để rèn luyện học sinh, không chỉ để kỹ năng tiếng Anh mà là rèn luyện về bản lĩnh, rèn luyện khả năng tìm tòi, sáng tạo cũng như là nghiên cứu.
Okay, hello everyone. Today the topic is video games. As we have known, video games it has created by many people and have a long time ago. They don't create video games for fun or entertain. The video games improve a lot of things for children, like teamwork. If we have to play in a team to win a game, next one is creativity. There are not only one way to win a game. There are different ways. So we have to think many different ways to win a game. And last thing, improve problem solving. We play video games, we improve problem solving. We can solve the problem quickly, and it's good for our school and learning in school. Thank you.
Đây là đại diện của bên ủng hộ chơi game.
Hello everyone, and I'm in the opposition team of the playing games. In the modern society, people are giving more and more technology devices which include video games. In my opinion, I think video games should be banned because when the children play too much, they will be addicted by the video games and forget about the studying at school and get low score. Also, there are some games that are not suitable with the children, like shooting and violent games, and they will learn passing and act like the character from the games. In the other hand, playing video games also hurt their eye, and according to the World Health Organization, handheld devices, video games, and other type of video games are classified as a Category 2B risk possible carcinogen due to radiation emission, which is very dangerous for the children's health, even under their parents' supervision, and play the suitable game with the correct amount of time. And instead of letting children to play games, parents can also help them by reading books and study and spend time with the children, because without the parents' guide, the children won't know what to do and just play games. My part is done.
I think playing games are good because
are hurt, like you play football and you fall down, you are bored and don't have time to play games. And you will play games and it will make you happy. And when you play games, your eyes will help you, your eyes will see the screen and will help your brain work to, and your hands are working very fast. It's help then if you play smart games, you can make quick decisions.
For me, I think children should not play too much games because they can cause muscle pain. According to a study in 2010 by the pediatrics, playing for 3 or 4 hours a day games will cause poor postures and increase the stiffness of our shoulder. And also, playing games can cause seizures. According to an article of a journal from Neurology, Neurophysiology, and Psychiatry, 29% of patients with epilepsy suffer from video games-induced seizures. No scientific research shows that gaming causes seizures, but stress, fatigue, and fatigue can trigger to seizures and later become epilepsy. While playing games, there are some games include violent or adult conduct such as killings, guns, sex, drugs. Little kids playing these games can act the same way in the games that they did, and making our society even worse.
You said that video games have drugs, violence, sex, but some games make smart games like Sudoku or some games like that make children smarter. Why? And some people play video games just for entertain. Why video games bad?
But mostly video games are produced using these themes such as the violence and adult themes. And mostly the children, the gamers playing games, they choose playing these games because they don't have an interest in the other games such as your opinion. So I think that somehow they are in the games.
There are other games other than just Sudoku and the action and not healthy games. For example, Pokemon, it is both friendly and fun at the same time.
Well, if that's so, that is very good because the game society is very big and gamers produce a lot of them. But somehow they are all the gamers and the producers are abusing the games to make it into the violent and adult conduct because they think that they can attract the gamers more than the games that you mentioned. And one more thing, I think Pokemon have a violent conduct in the games because many gamers play Pokemon just to get their pets and then get to kill other pets because I think that's also violent. And also playing games have a lack of can make children have a lack of vitamin D. And another records by the pediatrics in 2010, 7 over 10 children have a lack of vitamin D, which is mostly taken from sunlight, and of course because they don't actually get outside to get the sunlight because they just stay inside the 4 walls and play games. Also, playing games, it can increase the lack of sleeping and changes in physical appearance. Some hardcore gamers spend too much time on games and it decreases the time of sleeping, so they can make a change in physical appearance such as black rings around the eyes, poor postures, shoulder stiffness, and if these things get worse, you will need to have a shoulder blade replacement. Also, one last thing,